The end is near, guys. The end is near. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited today because I just keep thinking about the fact that Boris has announced that we will be out of lockdown soon, like a couple of months, and there's going to be no social distancing, no like rules around touching people. You'll be able to hug your family, see your friends, like go inside someone else's house, and I just cannot believe it. I'm so excited for that day. Like, can't even imagine a world where there's no social distancing rules because it's been like this for so long. But yeah, June. It is June. The date is set. We're almost there now. It's been over a year, but yeah, cannot wait. So that announcement has kind of inspired today's video. So I just thought I would film the makeup that I am going to wear to the first girls' night out, the first bottomless brunch, the first crazy night that I'm going to have after lockdown. If I'm not out for at least 8 hours, I will be having a word with myself because yeah, I haven't seen my friends in a very long time and I miss them very much, and I cannot wait to go crazy with them and get the drinks in and just, yeah, have fun. For that first night out, I need something that's going to last all night. I need something that's like bronzy glowy because it's going to be like summertime. So yeah, this is the makeup look that I will do. If you want to see how I got this makeup look, then please keep watching. I'm actually just going to use this number 7 Laboratories Line Correcting Booster Serum. It's actually so weird because it looks like it's like a needle, which is a bit weird. But I'm going to be using this. I actually really like this, but I'm using this because I know I'm going to use the Misguided foundation today, and last time I used my usual moisturiser, the foundation came out really shiny, even though it's meant to be demi-matte. So I'm hoping that by using just a serum and not a moisturiser, the foundation won't be as shiny today, but we will see. I'm just going to prime my eyelids using my Maybelline Dark Circle Eraser. Now I actually do like in between my eyebrows as well, which might seem a bit weird, but sometimes I think that if you don't do that, it's really hard to get around the edges of your eyeshadow. So I'm going to try this out today and see if it makes anything any easier. And I'm just using my Morphe sponge to blend that in. Oh, guys, I cannot believe we're going to be reunited with our friends and family. Like, I can't believe that there's going to be a day that comes where there's going to be no social distancing rules. Like, what is that world? What does it, like, how does that work? I feel like we're all just so used to it now that it's actually going to be crazy when there's no restrictions. The second they say we don't have to wear a mask anymore, I'm going to be like, because yeah, I do not enjoy wearing the mask. So to set that, I'm just going to use my Coty Airspun powder. If you don't know about this powder, get to know. It is the best setting powder I have ever used, and it's really cheap on Amazon. It's a tenner, but you get absolutely loads. I'm just picking that up on this Real Techniques brush. It's like a tapered brush, I think. No, it's not. It's a contour brush. Ignore me. So for my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the NYX. It's not the NYX one. My NYX one's run out. But normally I use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. But this Misguided pencil is like just as good, if not like better as the NYX one. Better than the NYX one, if I can speak, because the tip is like just as fine, the consistency is the same, the colour for me is exactly the same. The only thing I do find with this Misguided pencil is that it does rub off quite easily on me. I don't know if you watched my last video, the fringe, like the clip and fringe video, but if you watch that now and have a look at the end, you'll see like half of my eyebrow was like faded, like all this part of my eyebrow was really blotchy and stuff. So I think the fringe like rubbed it off, but I didn't notice until I was editing the video, and I just left it because there's not really anything I could do. One thing about this pencil though, it is so quick and easy to use. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Morphe 35S Sweet Oasis palette. I got this like a month ago and I've honestly used it so much, but I always tend to use, or like I've only tried out these blue shades and these pink shades. Like I've not actually tried out any of these like goldy brown shades, and they look so nice, so I'm going to try some of them today. So the first shade I'm going to go in with, but it might be a bit too light, is this shade here called Alfresco. But yeah, that might be a bit too light, but I'm just going to see what that looks like. And I'm just going to put that in the crease. It is very light. I can like just see it, but not really. Oh, and then this brush is just like this random brush off Amazon. I'll link this up in the description, but I definitely recommend. They're actually really, really good. So next I'm gonna take this shade Sandbar, which is a really, really nice like mustardy brown shade. I don't know, I really like it though. And then I'm taking that on this Morphe brush, which is one of the brushes that came in like the Sweet Oasis collection, so it doesn't have a name, but these brushes are really good and they look really nice, so I'd recommend these. I'm just going to place that directly below the shade we just put on. That is very pigmented. I'm just using a light hand to blend that in. I do really like that shade. I think it's really pretty. I'm just packing some more into the inner corner and then just dragging that out so it's following the other shadow and just being a bit more of a cat eye look. That makes no sense, but you know what I mean. Being more of a cat eye look. I'm going to go back in with the brush I used for the first shade and just blend the edges. Sometimes I think, you know, even if you think the first shade that you're putting on is really light and you can barely see it, I'd still do it because you really do need something for like that darker shade to transition to, rather than it just going to your skin. Like I think it makes it a lot easier. Next I'm going to go in with this shade here called Shady Spot. And again, this is a brush that came in the Sweet Oasis collection. And I'm just going to focus this on the inner corner. See what that looks like. Ooh, I like how this is coming out already. And then I'm just going to put some of that on the outer corner too. And then I'm just ever so gently blending that upwards again into that cat eye direction. I'm just going to darken that up a little bit and blending that into the center of the eye so that there is no harsh lines. I'm just going to go back in with the shade Sandbar and I'm just going to apply a little bit more of that shade along the top because we have lost a bit. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Go Barefoot, which is this really nice golden shimmery shade. And I'm just going to put some of that on my finger and apply it to the center of my eye. Ooh, that is really nice. I love that shade. That is really, really nice. And then I'm just taking another finger that doesn't have any product on and I'm just blending in the edges and I'm just tapping down the side just to blend it all together. So I've just done my other eye and now I'm going to move on to lashes, and I have got a new favourite brand of lashes. So these are the lashes and they're by a brand called Jane Choi. It's C-H-O-I, I'm not sure how you say it. But these lashes, oh my gosh. £4 for 4 pairs, that's £1 a pair, and they are unreal. And I actually bought them because Sunday's video is going to be like testing cheap Amazon makeup. So I've already tried these lashes and they are unreal. Like they're 100% my new favourite lashes. Like, don't know if you can see, but they are so fluffy and amazing and cheap, and when you've got them on they do genuinely look like you've got lash extensions on. So I'm going to be applying these lashes, but first I'm just going to give my natural lashes a little curl. Switching my position for you, I'm in a kitchen and I'm in the bedroom. That's how you know Ariana Grande's house is too big. Like, she thinks it's effort to walk from the kitchen to her bedroom. Like, for me, getting from the kitchen to the bedroom takes like 0.5 seconds. Anyway. So my lashes are now on, and I know these lashes will not be for everyone, but I personally love a dramatic lash. Like, night out, nightclub, like going out makeup needs a lash like this. I'm sorry, it just does. If I don't have one, I just feel like I'm not gonna have a really good time. Like, it's just not gonna be an amazing night. I'm just putting a tiny bit of my For You Million Lashes mascara on, and I'm just doing this at the base just to connect my natural lashes to the fake ones. I'm not dragging it through the lash, and the reason for this is that I don't want the fake lashes to stick together because they obviously are so long. So if you coat the whole lash, you do risk them sticking together, and yeah, I don't want that. The foundation I'm using is the Maybelline Meet Your Match foundation, and I actually really like this foundation because it's like a demi matte, still has like a bit of a sheen to it, which I think is really nice. And then I'm just using my Morphe sponge to blend that in. What is the first thing you're gonna do when all the rules have gone? I definitely think I'm gonna see my parents and then definitely see my friends, but oh, I cannot wait. I feel like the pressure is on now to get like in shape for when the rules end, because I know me personally, I've put on like 2.5 stone since lockdown 1, which is not great. So I really want to try and obviously get back in shape for when we're allowed out and I can wear nice clothes again and like feel good about myself, because last summer when the rules were lifted and we were allowed to see people a bit, I felt so self-conscious because obviously we'd been at home in lockdown for so long and not seen anyone. Like I didn't feel great in myself, but I didn't really feel that bad because I couldn't see anyone, so I wasn't really focused on what I looked like, and like, to be honest, really was not looking in the mirror at like my body, because I just look in the mirror to do like my skincare or whatever. And then when it came to meeting people and like trying on clothes and looking at myself, I was like, I don't feel good. Like, I felt so self-conscious, felt really shit about myself. So I don't want that to happen this time. I want to get back into like a place where I feel healthy and, you know, I feel confident. But I'm just going to be doing stuff at home because, well, the gyms are shut, so what else can you do? And I really don't like running or anything. So yeah, I'm just going to be trying to do exercises at home. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes?
Can you hear me?
Yes?
Is this good?
What is it? I can't read that. What does it say?
I'm not finished but there's loads of stuff like right?
Where are you? So my foundation is on, and now I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me to highlight, and I'm just putting a tiny little bit of this on. I actually haven't used this in so long, can't remember if it's good or not. I think I remember it being really nice for like summer, because it's not that full coverage, I don't think. So to blend this in, I'm just going to be using this little Morphe sponge So back on the subject of getting fit for post-lockdown, I actually just bought a like fitness plan, like a personal training at home workout plan from my friend. My friend Patrick has started doing like fitness plans for at home, and it's actually really good value. So you get like, I think it's like a personalized nutrition plan, like 24/7 phone and email, like questions on like food, exercises, everything with him. Weekly FaceTime calls to like talk about progress, like any questions, blah blah blah. And he also sends you your personalized guide that has like different exercises that you need to do every week, and it's a 4-week plan for £120. So I was like, that's actually really good because you can still use it even after the 4 weeks. So I'm starting that on Monday, which I am really excited about. I'll leave his Instagram in the description if anyone is looking to, you know, do something at home and like get a personal trainer and stuff like that, because it is actually way cheaper than a lot of personal trainers, and he is a fully qualified personal trainer, so I think it's definitely worth it. But if you guys are doing anything else at home to like get in shape, let me know. So the reason for just putting the concealer like here and then up here is that it really lifts this part of your face. If you start putting concealer here, it's drawing attention to like this area, which is not what you want to be doing. You want to be lifting here and up here, and if you do the concealer there along with the cat eye, it really does make a big difference and makes this part of your face look a lot more lifted. I love this little sponge as well. It's really good for like not getting concealer everywhere. I sometimes feel like with the big sponge it can disperse the product like all over your face, so I do like that little one. So I'm going to cream contour using the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I think this is in shade Walnut, I believe. Too much. How did I squeeze so much of this out? This doesn't have to be the neatest thing in the world. And then I'm just getting this buffing brush. Again, it's from that Amazon set that I said the eye brush was from. That's really good. And I'm just pressing this into my skin. I feel like a brush for blending out the cream contour is a lot better than a sponge. I just feel like I have more control over where I'm blending. It's really nice, that cream contour as well. I actually haven't used that for ages, but I do really like that. If you watch Kylie Bible, she actually started using this cream contour like 8 years ago, so as soon as she mentioned it, I bought it. So it's actually really old. Wow, that is way too much. So I'm just gonna go over that with some foundation because I put way too much of that on. To blend my nose in, I am just going to use that big sponge, just because it has some concealer on it from earlier, so that will help blend this all together. Now I'm going to take some of my Maybelline eye eraser and just put that down the sides of my nose, because this is sort of like a reverse contouring trick. And then pat that in. Just gonna get rid of any creases under my eye so we can go in and set that as well. So if you haven't set your under eye right away, just make sure you go back in with your sponge to get rid of any creasing that might have come through. And then I'm going to take the same Coty Airspun powder that I used on my eyelids just to set that. And then I'm just putting that in the other areas that I do normally get oily, which is forehead, around my nose, and my chin. So basically my whole bloody face. Now I'm going to set the cream contour using the good old Benefit Cooler Bronzer on this Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to go in quite light. And I just use a tiny bit to set my nose on like the same brush. And I'm just going back in with the loose powder brush just to blend it all in because you don't want anything too harsh. I'm just going to spray a little bit of this NYX matte finish spray. I think this really helps if you do it like straight after you've applied all your powders. I think it really lets them sink into your skin. Now for blusher, I've actually got this little grwm palette which I really love. Like this shade here is really nice, and so is this peach shade. To be honest, they're all really nice, so I'd really recommend getting this because it was like £5 is all I think. But I'm just going to use this shade here today. And I've just picked this up on like another random Amazon brush, and this brush set is also really good, so I'll link that down below. You know, you really don't have to spend loads of money on brushes, guys. Like cheap brushes, if you get the right ones, work just as well. Putting that on the high points of my cheeks. I tend to not bring that down here anymore because I think it does sort of bring your face down, and we're trying to give everything the sort of lifted look. I've been sat cross-legged this whole video, and now my legs feel like a shark has bitten them off. And does anyone else do that? You might like sit cross-legged because you're like straightening your hair or something, and then you try and move and you feel like... So I'm gonna move on to my under eye. I'm not sure what I want to do. I think I'm gonna go back in with Morphe 35S and pick up that sandbar shade again. And I'm just picking this up on another Amazon brush. Shock. It's a little like small tapered brush, and I'm just gonna press that under my eye. I quite like that shade actually for under the eye. I think that's such a nice golden shade. I'll be wearing that loads, I think, coming up, like going out and stuff. And then I'm just diffusing that into the inner corner so there's not just that sort of blank space there. So I actually think I'm going to keep it quite simple for my under eye, and that's all I'm going to do. And then I'm just going to put some of my mascara on my bottom lashes. So for highlight, I'm using my Revolution Highlighter Reloaded. Has broken, but I need to get a new one. And I'm just putting my finger in it. I'm going to put a little dot on the... Ooh, I've got like... Don't mind the makeup all over my hands. I'm going to put a little dot on the tip of my nose. And then just blend that in with my finger. And then I'm going to take this fluffy brush by Morphe. It's the M533 brush. And just put a little bit on my cheeks. I really do love this highlighter. I think it's the perfect gold colour. And for lips, I'm going to use the exaggerated lip liner from Rimmel in the shade Addiction. Can you imagine even like being at a restaurant and the waiter being like, this way to your table? Like, I'll probably like hold his hand whilst he takes me there. Like, thank you. So I'm going to take the HMB Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Obsessed. The formulas on these is really nice. It's just like super smooth. So I do want to make this a little bit more pink, so I am just using this number 7 liquid lipstick. It's called Matte Liquid Lips, and it has no name on it. I'll find it and put it in the description, but I'm just going to put this over the top. I cannot for the life of me find like the perfect nude pink for me. Everything's either too like browny coloured, like they look a bit mauve, or they're too pale. Like I just cannot find the perfect colour. I think these two mixed together is like the closest that I've got. I'm actually going to put this shade Sundeck Chilling from the Morphe palette on my inner corner. I don't always do this, but why the hell not? I feel like when I get ready to go out for the first time, I'm going to be going all out. Yes to the inner corner. I feel like that just brings like a little bit extra. It's actually taking ages for that liquid lipstick to dry, so I'm just going to put some loose powder on my finger and dab it over the lipstick. This is a good trick to do if you have like a satin lipstick or a normal lipstick and you want it to be matte. Just get some loose powder and dab it over your lips and you're good to go. Just make sure obviously it's a translucent powder. Oh. Then just a little bit more spray. So this is the final look. I just thought I'd give you a bit of a close-up so you can see what it looks like up close and personal. Don't know why I sound like the mask there, but whatever. I'm actually really happy with the way this came out. I think that eyeshadow has come out really nicely. That palette is really, really good for like spring, summer if you're after something new, because you can do these like gold, bronzy, smoky eye looks, but then you've also got the blues, the pinks, there's like some more like ashy tone colours in there, so I would definitely recommend it. I will definitely be wearing this when we are finally allowed to see our friends and get ourselves to the bottomless brunch. Let me know in the comments what the first thing is that you're gonna do once we're allowed out again and we have our freedom back. It's so close, guys. Honestly, stay positive. We're almost there. We'll be able to hug our parents and see our friends, and yeah, it's going to be amazing. And it might seem a bit far away now, but trust me, it's not. It's going to go so quick, and you've made it this far, so keep going. We're almost there. Please do subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video. I have another video coming on Sunday, which is going to be testing cheap Amazon makeup, so yeah, make sure you watch that one, because actually a lot of the stuff is very surprising and everything was really cheap as well. But thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you on Sunday in my next video.